Hey everyone, it's Mike from Sincerity Threat Solutions. In today's video, we're going to evaluate how proper planning can make the difference in whether you stay safe or not. We'll be looking at an incident that happened to Selena Gomez and her security team as they left a fashion show in Paris. This is a classic example of proxemic pull, where fans and the press get drawn to a celebrity. This ultimately creates an undesirable and unsafe environment for Ms. Gomez. Using the SIMPAL method, I'll walk through each step, describing how it could be used during the planning process to eliminate any of those threats from happening from the start. Watch as the atmosphere changes. When Ms. Gomez enters the crowd, she gets swarmed by the press and the fans. The security team, they create a little circle around her and they're able to push her through the crowd. But if you watch, you see all these hands and arms entering that space, pushing, shoving. Any one of those people could have a weapon, whether it's a knife or a gun. They're all within striking distance. And at that point, it's going to be too late. That security team, they're just going to be reacting. The damage is already going to be done. The attack is going to be completed. These are the type of situations that you want to avoid completely. This type of transitional space is where most assassinations occur. By entering into this atmosphere, you're putting that person at risk. You're putting other people's lives at risk also. That's why planning and preparation for these types of situations are so important. Now let's evaluate the situation to see if there's anything that could have been done differently. During the scanning process, we know that we have a large group of people out there. We're at a large event, tons of people. We really need to use that conscious engagement properly to look for threats. With that large group of people, we know that it's because of a proxemic pull. That pull is towards Selena Gomez and her celebrity status. It's important to know what a proxemic pull is for this type of situation because it is a person or group that is drawn towards another person, group, or object or place, specifically celebrities for this type of situation. During the identify step, we're looking for alternate exits, something that's less public, maybe a smaller or closer transition area. If making a public exit like we are here, we want to identify the best route. In many cases, an event like this, the celebrity wants to make a public exit. They're there to be seen. So they're going to be out. They're going to make themselves accessible to their fans and the press. During the monitor phase, we want to keep a close eye on the route to the vehicle. We know that transition spaces are the most dangerous places to be. We also know that we want to keep the crowd at least 20 feet away from the protectee. As we're monitoring the crowd, we want to see how they're acting. How are they utilizing the space? Are they using natural lines of drift? Are they just flooding into the area? These are all things that we want to be paying attention to and be keeping an eye on as we're monitoring the situation. During the probe phase, we're going to go out and we're going to set up our space the way we want it. We're going to utilize additional manpower and we're going to create an opening in the crowd. We can create imaginary boundaries just based on human authority. If you're to take several security guards, line them up in a row, and let the crowd know that that's a boundary that they're not allowed to pass, you've created an imaginary boundary line. A better case scenario is having a physical boundary you can put up, like a bicycle rack, that makes it more difficult for someone to get across. You also want to keep monitoring and probing the crowd to see how cooperative they are as you're setting this up. Once you own that space and you know you have a direct route from door to door, from the building to the vehicle, that's when you're ready for the act step. Once you step out of the building, it's go time. Now you're really in the act phase. You need to be prepared and be able to shift and change tactics accordingly as things change. It's not until you're in the vehicle and safely departing that you can now move to the lookover stage. This is where you're going to return and scan. Each phase of movement requires you to move back to the beginning, to the scan step, to start all over in the SIMPAL method. You're going to continue to work through the SIMPAL method until you're in a safe location and you know there's no longer any threats. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and there'll be more videos on the way. As always, stay safe and train for success.